welcome to Maths for Thursday. Today we're going to focus on ordering objects. Let's have a look at our learning intention and success criteria. We are learning that mathematicians can order objects. Our success criteria is I can order 3 objects from shortest to longest. Ordering just means putting things in order. Today we're looking at length again. So we're going to order objects according to the length. The first step in ordering is to compare the lengths of the objects. The next step after that is to put the objects in order from shortest to longest. These are new words, shortest and longest. They sound similar to short and long, and also shorter and longer. Shortest means that there are no other objects in your collection that are shorter than that one object. That is the shortest object that you've got. Longest means the same, but on the other side. So this one is the longest object that you've got. You have no other objects that are longer in your collection than this object. In the middle, between the shortest and the longest, you figure out which one's the second shortest, the third shortest, and so on until you go up to the second longest and then the longest. So for example, I will draw the shortest little stick here and the longest stick over here, and in between those two sticks, the sticks will get longer and longer and longer until we reach the longest. Shortest, bit longer again, longest. And you can go backwards. Longest, a bit shorter again, shorter even more, and then the shortest. Today, we're going to find 3 objects in our house, compare the lengths of those objects, and then have a go at ordering them from shortest to longest. So I'll go find my 3 objects now and show you how I do it. So here are my 3 objects. I've got my picture book, I've got my whiteboard marker, and my xylophone stick. And what I want to do is figure out which one is the shortest and which one is the longest and which one goes in the middle. So let's have a look at the length. To compare the object's lengths accurately, you need to make sure that the end of each of the objects is at the same point as the others. To help you, you might even get something else, like a piece of paper or a stick, or in this case I'm using this container of little texters, to make sure each of the objects are touching that line. Imagine that you are running a race, and to make it fair, each person has to have their foot on the line before you start. Just like that, all these objects need to be touching this line so we can compare them accurately. Okay, let's have a look. Which of these objects is the longest? Which one goes the furthest along here? Can you see? That's right, it's the book. The book goes from here all the way to here. That's our longest one. Which one's our shortest one? That's right, it's our whiteboard marker. Our whiteboard marker goes from here along until here. Seems like the xylophone beater is in the middle. So if I rearrange them, up here is the shortest one. Then we've got the xylophone in the middle, xylophone beater. And then we've got our book as the longest. Shortest, longest. I'm going to move them like this because this is how I will draw them on my whiteboard. Here is my shortest one, and then here is my longest one. Let's draw them now. Okay, there's my objects. Whiteboard marker, xylophone stick or xylophone beater, and my book. Remember those words shorter and longer? I'm going to use the words shortest and longest to label my drawing. Shortest means the shortest one. There's no object here that is shorter. That was our whiteboard marker. So I'll label that one as shortest. Shortest. Okay, that's our shortest one. Longest means there's no object here that is longer than that object. That is the longest object. Which one here is our longest object? That's right, our book. Let's label that one as longest. Longest. You can see the words long and short in both of these words, and then they've both got the est on the end. That means there's no object that is longer than this one on here, and no object that is shorter than this one on here either. I've also added a title to my picture. I've written ordering the lengths of objects, because when we put the objects from shortest to longest, we are ordering the objects. Don't forget that the shortest one always goes on the left-hand side, and then the longest one always goes on the right-hand side. Just like we read a book from left to right, we order objects from left to right. Now it's your turn to have a go at ordering 3 objects. Find 3 different objects in your house and compare the lengths. Make sure that the ends of the objects are lined up along that start line so that you can accurately measure how long they are compared to the other ones. And then when you know which one's the shortest, which one's the longest, and which one goes in the middle, order them from shortest to longest, from left to right, and then draw them. If you like, you can also label the shortest one and the longest one. Have lots of fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.